Hello and welcome to Skywalker Yoga and Fitness. My name is Luke and this is your full body workout. For today, I just got this new kettlebell from Bowflex. It's got the adjustable thing on it so you can adjust the weight. So we're going to be experimenting with that a little bit today. And I'll take you through mostly a posterior chain focus workout for today, so the back of the body. Before we get into it though, we're going to do a little bit of movement prep. If you have a kettlebell, that's all you need. Most of this stuff you can do with a dumbbell too, if that's available to you. If not, probably skip this workout and check out one of my other videos. So for movement prep, let's warm up the hips, the knees, and the ankles first. So come into a half kneeling stance, 90-degree bend in the legs, hands on top of the front leg, and we're just going to deepen into this lunge and then come back out of it. Each time you lunge deeper, squeeze the butt cheek just to get a little bit more of a hip stretch out of it on the leg that's back, and you might feel it under the underside of the front leg as well. Take like 3 or 4 more of those on each side, or on this side, and then we'll switch. I always like to do a few of these before workout just to prepare the joints for movement so they're not shocked, for lack of a better term, when we start actually exercising with weight. One more on this side. Good. And then come down onto your hands and knees. We'll warm up the spine a little bit, and then we'll get into the actual body of the workout. So tuck your toes under here, put one hand behind your head. We do this one almost every time. So elbow up to the sky and then tap it down to the floor. And take 5 or 6 of these on each side just to warm up that middle part of the spine. One more, and then we'll switch sides. Okay, switch out the hands. This shouldn't be extremely difficult. This is just preparing the body for movement so we don't injure the spine or any of the joints of the lower body as we're moving through these exercises. Most of them are going to be lower body focused for today. One more on this side. Great. Make sure you have a water bottle handy, so you have that during your rest periods today. Feel free to take breaks wherever you need to too, so take this at your own pace. I will offer a break at the end of each round, or I'll take breaks as I need them throughout the workout. So feel free to break along with me, or just continue on with the exercise you're on to get a few more reps in if you're feeling up to it. All right, all that being said, let's start with our kettlebells. The first move should be familiar to you if you've been working out with me. It's going to be a kettlebell deadlift. So we're going to set it up on the ground. Stand just about like 4 or 5 inches away from the kettlebell with your feet in a wide shoulder width stance. You can do these wider. The wider you stand, the more it's going to target your glutes. The closer you stand, the more it's going to target your hamstrings, but it'll hit the glutes a little bit either way. Same thing with the wide stance, it'll still hit the hamstrings. It's just a different variation. So anyway, set up your stance. Toes can be slightly angled out or pointed straight forward, whichever feels more comfortable or natural to you. Shrug your shoulders down toward your butt. Bend over, grab the kettlebell. Position it so it's directly under your chest. Enough bend in the knee to keep your back really flat and pull your shoulders down toward your butt. And then all we're going to do is take a breath in and stand straight up and squeeze the butt. Tap it down to the floor each time. Exhale every time you come up. And this isn't a locking out of the knees, it's a thrust forward of the hips. So squeezing the butt as hard as you can. at 10. Let's go for 2 more here. Good. Next move, your stance is going to be exactly the same. We're going to do a kettlebell swing next. So this is still a hip hinge movement without the kettlebell, just to demonstrate. You're going to tuck your hands between your legs, soft bend in the knees, and then you'll squeeze your butt to start to swing your arms forward. It does not really matter how high your arms come up. If you start muscling with your upper body too much to pull it up, it turns it more into a shoulder thing than a glute thing. And this is mostly about driving through your glutes and creating power through the legs. So again, get your feet set up again if you need to. Reach down, grab your kettlebell, stand up, bend in the knees, angle it back, and then start thrusting the hips forward until you get a decent, just below shoulder level swing going on. Squeeze the butt as hard as you can, flat back all the way through. Three more. Good. We're going to move on to the kettlebell squat next. For this, just because this thing is so bulky, I'm going to drop the weight down a little bit. Do whatever feels comfortable to you. To set this up, I like to hook my thumbs inside of the actual handle of the kettlebell and then hold on to the body of the kettlebell while I do these squats. I'm going to stand to get in that position first. So feet are almost in the same position. Toes probably angled a little more out to the sides on your squats, but again, whatever feels natural in your body is okay. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale on the way back up. Good, that was 12. We're gonna give the lower body a little bit of a break and move on to some kettlebell rows. And then we'll come back to the legs for the last kettlebell move and then do a couple body weight things after that. So kettlebell rows, feet are about hip width distance, so a little bit closer. Again, you're gonna bend at the knees, bend over with the flat back. One hand just resting on your thigh. Other hand is using the kettlebell. So take a breath in. Exhale on the way up. Good. After 12, switch sides. Set up again if you need to. You can stretch out your back if you need to. Come back into it. Good. So we took 12 on each side there. Last kettlebell move is going to be a kettlebell lunge. So we're going to be holding the kettlebell with the opposite arm of the leg that's forward. So I'm going to start with my left leg forward just so you can see. Actually, I just turned. Duh. So kettlebell's in the left hand, right foot is forward in a tall lunge position. This hand is just out to the side. Make a strong arm like a superhero arm. So make a fist, really squeeze your arm out to the side, get some tension going on there, squeeze your butt cheek, and then let's go. Good. After 10, let's switch to the other side. Good. All right. Make your way down onto your back. So we're going to come back to a little bit of hip hinging movement with some glute bridges, body weight. So these are pretty standard Feet close to your butt, about hip width distance apart, arms down at your sides. And we're scooping the tailbone up, squeezing at the top for 2 seconds, and then coming back down. Let's see how many we can get here. Take a breath in. We're at 10. Let's go to 20 on these. Good. Glute bridges are multi-purpose. They work on the glutes, obviously, and a little bit on the core too because of that pelvic scoop. So higher reps on those if you're not using weight is going to be a good core workout too. Bring your palms down to the mat, arms down extended by the sides. We're going to extend the legs, keep the feet hovering off the ground. You can lift your upper body like this to add a core challenge, or we're going to scissor kick the legs back and forth. Trying to keep the legs as straight as possible, coming down close to the floor but not touching. Good. Last core move we're going to do in the set before we take a break is going to be a side plank. So we're just going to hold it this time rather than doing the hip taps. So set yourself up with your arm, elbow stacked under the shoulder, fist directly forward of you, so perpendicular to the rest of your body. Stack the feet if you want an extra challenge, or stagger the legs by bringing the top leg in front. Use this hand to help you get up, and then move that hand to your hip, and you're driving down through your elbow, lifting as high as you can through the underside of the rib cage. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And let's switch sides. Okay, we're going up in 3, 2, 1. Lift through the ribs. Drive down through that elbow. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, take a little water break and take like 2-3 minutes in between rounds and move on when you feel ready. If you still have energy and you don't want to take a break, do some mountain climbers in between just to keep your heart rate up. While we're on a little break, if you have any specific questions about exercises, particularly kettlebell things, I'm still learning a lot about them, but it's a modality that I really enjoy and I'm curious to learn more about. So if there's a specific move you've seen that you want me to learn and break down for you, I'd be more than happy to do that. Just comment and let me know, and I'll do some research and try to circle back to it the next time we do a kettlebell workout. Okay, about another minute or so, and then we'll jump into a second round here. I'll see if I can up my YouTube skills too, hopefully on this video, if not maybe in the next, to add some music to this too, since I'm working out outside. I'm not hauling a whole speaker out here for that. Yeah. All right, let's get this guy set back to our heavier weight for our first couple moves. All right, let's get set up for our deadlifts again. So feet about as wide as your mat. Again, your heels should be just below the shoulders, toes maybe slightly angled out to the sides. Start with the kettlebell on the ground. Get your pelvis tucked under so the butt's already tight before you even start. Bend over, grab it, flatten the back, shoulders down toward the butt. Take a breath in. Exhale on the drive up. One more. Good. Give your hands a little break if you need them. We got our kettlebell swings next. All right. Grab the kettlebell, start in your standing position. Bend in the knees. Woo. Okay, let the kettlebell angle back. Maybe swing it back to start, and then squeeze your butt to start that swing. Good. All right. Drop your weight down if you're moving on to squats with me. Or if you can still do the same weight, good for you. This particular kettlebell is just a little bulky to hold in the way I like to hold it for the squat. Okay. So feet about the same. Chest high, shoulders down. Take a breath in. Exhale back up. Good. Then we have our kettlebell bent over rows next, followed by lunges, and then our 3 core moves. All right, get set up for your bent over rows. Good, switch after 10. Good. And then we will have our kettlebell lunges next. Any of the single leg stuff or alternating side stuff I like to do. I personally like to do lower reps because it's harder. Alright, get set up for your lunges. Opposite hand of the leg moves forward, other hand is making a strong fist out to the side and pointed down. Take a breath in. Squeeze your body each time you come up. Good, let's switch it out. Good. set your kettlebell aside. Whew. Let's come down onto our back for our glute bridges. All right, here we go, going for 20 glute bridges again. Halfway through. Last 3. Hold for 5 seconds on this last one. 3, 2, 1. Arms stay down by your sides. We've got scissor kicks next. Good. And then we'll finish the round with side planks. And we'll get one more round in after this. Again, set up the feet however you're comfortable in these. I like to stack mine for a little more of a balance challenge. Come up, hand on top, and drive down through that elbow to lift the rib cage. Keep the butt tight the whole time. Keep pressing down. 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch it out. Going up. And 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the butt, lift the hips, drive down through the elbow. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take another little water break here and gird your loins for a third round. If you're doing this at home, this is really only what do we got? 8 moves. 8 moves total in the circuit. It's not too taxing. If I had more time today, I would probably go up to 5 rounds on these, but I'm gonna stop at 3 for today. So yeah, if you still have energy after the 3 rounds, rewind and do a couple more. You're catching my bag in the corner. I'm gonna scoot it out of the way. Get some water. You can get up and walk around, shake it out a little bit if you need to. It's beautiful outside in New York. It's like 60, 65. Obviously very sunny. Pretty day. It's nice to finally be able to work out on the roof again regularly. All right, let's get set up for our next round of kettlebell deadlifts, followed by swings. So it's really the same setup for both. I'm not going to talk as much on this round. I'm just going to guide you through it in my timing. I'll cue the first 1 or 2 reps, and then you can follow along with me visually from there. Or listen for my breath. When I'm exhaling, that's usually the hardest part of the movement that's happening. All right, so get your stance set up, shoulder width distance apart. Reach down, grab the kettlebell, pull your shoulders down towards your butt, back is really flat. Take a breath in. And stand on your exhale. And 12. Good. Keep the kettlebell in your hand for the swings. Bend it to the knees, send the butt back, swing it back to start. Squeeze the butt to thrust it forward. Good. Whew. Adjust the weight for your squats. All right, here we go. Take a breath in after you've set up your feet. Squeeze the butt. Good. All right, we're gonna have our single arm rows next. Catch your breath if you need to. I'm still getting my cardio back in shape after a year of moving about 90% less than I usually do. All right, bent over, flat back, opposite hand just resting on the thigh. Good, switch out the hands. Good. Then we have our lunges next. Right foot forward, kettlebell is going to be in the left hand. Take a breath in at the top, strong right arm. Squeeze the butt. Good. Let's switch it out. All right. Get rid of that kettlebell. Last round of core work. Unless you're rewinding and moving on. Grab a sip of water if you need it. All right, glute bridges. Here we go, 2 second at the hold at the top, 5 second hold on the very last one. We're halfway through. 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, squeeze, 2, 1. Down. Good. We have our scissor kicks next. Hover the feet and kick. 10 on each side. Nine and 10. Good. Side plank. Up in 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze the butt, keep the pelvis tucked forward, drive down through the elbow. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. Up in 3, 2, 1. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, great work, everybody. Again, if you're continuing on, if you still have energy, rewind, do another round or two. I guarantee 5 or 6 rounds of that. Your butt's gonna be on fire and look amazing afterwards. Thank you so much again for watching, for trusting me with your exercise. Again, if you have any questions, please leave me comments. I'm happy to answer them. I love learning new things too, so if you want to throw anything new at me, I will learn it and teach you how to do it. Thanks so much. Please like, comment, subscribe, share to help me spread the word and reach more people. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Take care.